Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic Sith Warrior Edition. I'm having to be a little bit quick with my intro here because the elevator is coming. Yes, okay, well, anyway, as you can see, we are now going to be traveling down the elevator to rescue Lord Drag, because last time we were told by Darth Barris that we needed to enter Darth Vengeance's compound. I actually think it's kind of a bit weird that he has a compound in the Sith Sanctum. Why does he have a compound? Why doesn't every Darth have a compound on Drummond Cast? I think it's a bit weird that that is indeed the case down here, but I suppose the complex is probably really, really large, and that's probably the reason. But yes, Lord Drag is Darth Vengeance, or Darth Vegan's, yes, Darth Vegan's apprentice, and we are going to be rescuing him, apparently, because he is going to help us to destroy Darth Vengeance himself. So that is cool. That is very, very cool indeed. So let's try and take on a couple of these guys. Oh my. They're very easy. Yes, they're very easy. They're level 18. It's kind of a bit amazing that they've decided, hey, you know what, let's put level 18s here. Not entirely sure why, but anyway. Oh yes, also, I've been receiving a lot of comments about my lightsaber hilts. And yes, while that is not entirely surprising, considering we have been using them for a long time, it is also kind of weird that everyone is preoccupied about lightsaber hilts. I don't know. Every time I see a comment like that, I'm kind of perplexed. Mainly because it's like, if it doesn't change the lightsaber effect, I mean, the lightsabers look exactly the same as basically any other lightsaber hilt effect, should I say, as anything else. So it's kind of a bit weird why people are fixated on that. I mean, yes, I understand that you would like to see a different lightsaber effect, because I would too, but most of those are extremely expensive, and there's no way I would be able to afford anything like that. For example, the unstable Arbiter's lightsaber, the vented lightsaber, they are extremely expensive, so why would I do that? I mean, that's just way too expensive for my liking, and I'm not going to do that. I mean, yes, you know, it's highly possible that we may get a lightsaber as time goes on, and it may be something that I would want to replace my current ones with. But these ones are currently highly moddable, so I can upgrade them anytime I so desire. As you can see here, we have mods in them already, with our white-grey color crystals as well, and I don't see a reason to upgrade them. If by all means, if one of you wants to send me a lightsaber, you know, one of you that is actually complaining about the lightsaber hilts, then go ahead, because I mean, I'm personally kind of fine with what we're using right now. I don't personally see a problem with it, because it's not like I'm changing my armor. You know, it's not like my armor is the problem here, because, yes, okay, I do realize that some of you also want me to change my armor with the upcoming story, apparently. I don't know, there's something going on there. One of you left a comment. Anyway, the point is that you can see my armor very well, right? Can you see my lightsaber hilts very well? I can't really see them very well, personally, but I don't know, maybe you guys are watching in full screen on a huge TV or something along those lines, and maybe you can see my lightsaber hilts very, very well, but I personally can't. Anyway, yeah, hopefully that has sorted things out, and yes, just so you know, I don't actually want gifts. I don't want people to send me gifts. I'm just saying to those of you specifically that are complaining about the lightsaber hilts, if you want to send me something, a lightsaber hilt that is highly moddable and isn't too expensive, then by all means, go ahead if you want, because I personally don't see the point of it, because these sabers right here, they are going to look exactly the same. The hilts are the only thing that change, unless you are getting one of the special saber hilts. So yeah, I just thought I'd explain that a little bit, and I've spent way too much time on it as it is, so we're going to now speak to Lord Drag, who looks like he is in a bind. He's in a bind, isn't he? He's bound. Do you get it? Oh well. Anyway.
Lord Drag, Barris sent me. I'm administering a resuscitation stimulant.
I'm grateful to you and to Barris. I look forward to serving him directly once Darth Vengeance has been destroyed.
Tell me you know how to find him.
He's in his inner sanctum, communing with the dark side, channeling his rage and power. We have to confront Darth Vengeance there, but it won't be easy to access.
Tell me what this invasion will entail.
3 outer rings of this compound must be breached before we can reach the inner sanctum. Then a key is needed to enter. It's Darth Vengean's personal key, but I made a copy and hid it. I'll retrieve the key while you break through the outer rings.
What will I be fighting?
Darth Vengean oversees the Imperial military during times of war. He's cherry-picked the very best to serve him. You run the gauntlet of Darth Vengean's security. I swear to you, I'll do whatever it takes to deliver the key. You'll see. We'll make a great team.
Okay, well, that seems quite above board, doesn't it? I actually feel like I have to cancel some of my buffs here, because apparently I'm not being buffed by my own buffs, which is kind of a bit weird, so yes. I don't want them to run out during combat, even though they're probably not going to make too much difference, but it's always nice to keep your strength up, as it were. So, anyway, let's now head on to breach the compound's outer ring. These are very, very easy, aren't they? I'm actually kind of surprised that they're giving us such easy enemies, but I actually don't really mind. Should I actually switch Vet to a damage spec now? Because they are so easy that I don't really need the healing. And now my cloak is... my cloak is completely bugged out, as you can see. As soon as I draw my lights... Oh, no, never mind. I seem to have shimmied it loose a little bit, so that was hilarious. I love those kinds of things when they happen. Not so much when they happen in a cutscene, though. I would prefer they didn't really happen in a cutscene, but, well, you can't really help that sometimes. A nice force choke for Lord Ovakar here. Oh, he's got purple lightsabers. Ah, very nice. Oh, I like that. I like the purple lightsabers. Okay, so let's unlock the first compound door. Oh, this is... Yes. This is very... compoundy, isn't it? Yes. First one. That's the main thing that I'm looking at here. How many doors do I have to open? I suppose we're going to find out. But for the most part, I'm actually really liking this mission, and usually I don't really like or don't really appreciate fighting too many things, but here it's actually kind of enjoyable because you don't have to fight too many, you know? And I think that's actually pretty cool. So yeah, we're gonna just kill those. Apparently we have to defeat and loot Lord Ganarog, and I assume that's him there? I guess. Now, the one thing I'm finding kind of irritating right now is the fact that the probe droids have a slowing technical ability, which is kind of annoying, but I suppose it doesn't really matter too much. And Vet is absolutely destroying these... Oh, I see. We have a bonus mission too. Yes, absolutely destroying these things, so I guess we have to... Oh, okay, we're not going in there. That's the second compound door. Okay, we're going to have to head round here instead then. Okay, so Champion Aspirant. I would like to kill all of those if possible. For the bonus mission to be complete, of course. But yes, regarding my armor, I probably will be changing it in a couple of levels. Maybe. I actually don't know yet, because I personally think that our armor right now is really nice. But it depends. It depends. I don't actually know how much more there is of the story. I know that usually you get to around level 48, level 49, so maybe I could change it, but I don't really know of another set that actually looks really good that is kind of inexpensive, because right now this one is actually not that expensive, or at least maybe on the Galactic Trade Network it is kind of expensive, but yeah, I actually purchased it with my monthly cartel coins, because obviously I'm a subscriber, so you gain 600 cartel coins every single month, and I've been subscribed for, well, quite a few months now, and obviously I think it costs 1,200 cartel coins or something along those lines, so anyone that is subscribed for 2 months should be able to afford it, or maybe 3 months. I'm actually unsure about it, actually, the specified amount of time, so anyone should be able to afford that. So that's kind of the reason why it seems like a really nice armor set, because anyone can basically get it. But it does look a little bit different, obviously, because I do have a dye module. The dye module was actually very cheap as well, which was actually cool. I like that. I was actually looking for a really deep gray, but it didn't really turn out as I had hoped. I really hoped that the sort of the arm and leg parts would actually transfer over to the chest piece and things. You can actually tell that these parts are gray right here, but for the most part it's quite a light armor set, which is perfectly fine. I don't actually mind that so much, but I would have appreciated if it was a little grayer, I suppose. Yeah, it would have been pretty cool, but I'm not really complaining, because looks good. It sounds good because of the mask, of course. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's take out Lord Chorist. He's an assassin who has another purple lightsaber. I actually really like their choices of lightsaber colors here. Obviously, it's just basically purple, isn't it? I mean, what did the previous Lord have? I didn't even see. I just killed him very, very fast. Okay, so there's the last champion aspirant. Try and eliminate him as quickly as possible. A nice force choke, yes. He will choke for me. There we go. And Vet is going to kill him before I get there, I assume. Well, almost. There we go. A little bit of extra experience. We still have that experience boost on, of course. And we're now going to open the third door. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for opening. Okay, so access Lord Vengeance in a chamber. Let's do it.
You're every bit as proficient as Barris said.
I don't like false praise, Drog.
Then believe that it's sincere. I almost didn't make it. There were traps in the passages. I got the key, but Darth Vengeance probably knows we're coming.
We will take him down, whether he is prepared or not.
I will feed off your confidence. If I should fall, I want you to know it was an honor to fight and die alongside you.
Well, he seems like a rather honorable fellow, but I question why he is an apprentice of the Sith if he is such an honorable fellow. But I suppose, if you think about it, Lord Praven, you know, he became a lord and was an apprentice of a master, so I can assume that honorable Sith do make an appearance. So I'm actually kind of happy that we have another one, another sort of, shall we say, example of that. Unless he's going to stab us in the back, which I hope he doesn't, because he seems like a pretty nice guy. Anyway, let's go and confront Darth Vengeance.
Ah, the apprentices of Darth Barris. Drog, I will enjoy bleeding you anew. And you. Before you arrived, Barris was but a bit player. He would be nowhere without you.
Barris has made me what I am today.
Your loyalty is misplaced. It sickens me. Your master doesn't deserve you. He's a coward, pushing buttons from the darkness. You and I are people of action.
Barris pushed your buttons pretty well, didn't he?
Your master's petty trickery is insignificant. Its only achievement has been to anger me. And you will all pay for it.
You sound like you're trying to convince yourself. I've served this house for years, and never seen you so small.
Enough! I will not be insulted nor patronized. Beg me. Beg me for mercy, and I will kill you quickly.
I'd like to meet the imbecile who takes that offer.
You will regret mocking me. You will both die in excruciating pain.
Ah, well that's cool. That is actually really cool. He seems to really not be very happy, and he's dead. Oh. Okay, well, even without my companion, I think he would have died pretty fast. He only had 4,840 HP. I'm actually kind of surprised that they decided, hey, you know what? For this particular thing, when you're bound to be level 38 or level 37 or something along those lines, let's scale them down to 18. Because, yeah, we definitely don't want it to be too difficult, do we? Well, anyway, it doesn't really matter. I'm perfectly happy with killing him reasonably easily, but do you notice how he looks a little bit like M. BISON? Yes, from the Street Fighter series. Well, anyway. Yes. Is it M. BISON? I think, yeah, I think his name is M. BISON. Yes, I think so. Anyway, let us now speak with Lord Drog.
For years, I've dreamed of vanquishing Darth Vengeance. Glad to have had a hand in it. He fought hard and well.
I didn't even break a sweat.
You were remarkable. I have no delusions I would have survived this battle if it wasn't for you. This is your victory. You, Barris, and I will be unstoppable.
It is a certainty.
There are things I must clean up here for Barris. I will meet you back at his chambers.
Well, there we have it. That was actually a pretty easy encounter. I'm actually kind of surprised because usually when you go down into these sort of sectors, I do know that the Imperial agent, I know I reference the Imperial agent quite a lot in this series, but there are a lot of parallels. But yes, I know that when you are going into these sectors in the city of Kars City, yes, usually the enemies down there are pretty difficult, from what I can remember, but maybe my gear wasn't up to scratch or something along those lines, because right now our mods are actually pretty good, and we actually have 4,920 HP, so that's just a little bit than what Darth Vengeance had, so I suppose that's pretty nice. Anyway, we are going to be returning to Darth Barris, but we will be saving that for the next episode. As you can see by the time in the top right, it's pretty late, because I had a busy day, so yes, didn't have enough time to actually get things done, unfortunately. But with that, I thank you very much for watching and all of your support on this series. I very much appreciate it, and I don't thank you all enough for it. I really, really do appreciate it. So, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.